Round 6 AFL tips. Let's get them absolutely started. Now this round, 8 games, Richmond and Melbourne have the bye. We are starting off with the St Kilda Football Club taking on the Doggies at Marvel Stadium. Now, this game, I think, could go either way. I think the form indicates St Kilda will probably win, but then I think the Dogs will respond to last week's disappointing loss to the Essendon Football Club. Currently, both teams are 2 wins from 5 games. So it's not a do or die game, but it's definitely a game that each team would want to win. I don't think either team can afford, because whoever loses this game, goes 2 from 6. 2 from 6, which is not good enough. I think I'm going to go with St Kilda. It is their home game, technically speaking. But the Doggies are good at Marvel as well, but they didn't win last week there. I see a world where the Dogs win, but we're going to go with St Kilda by around 20 points. Next up, Adelaide Oval. We see Adelaide taking on the Essendon Football Club. I think Adelaide win this comfortably. Essendon are up and down. They were up last week. I think this week they'll be down. I think the Crows will get their 2nd win of the year, which will take them closer to sort of top 12, you would say. I think it'll be a comfortable win. Let's go with 25 points. And we'll be moving on to the next game. That's pretty simple there. This next game, I think, could be interesting. Collingwood taking on Port Adelaide at the MCG. So it is Collingwood's home ground, but the Pies are coming off the bye. And Port Adelaide are coming off some pretty close wins, but relatively speaking, really impressive form. So in that respect, it's a bit of a toss-up. The Pies are currently sitting in 13th, 5 games played, 2 wins. Port Adelaide are currently sitting in 3rd place, 4 wins from 5 games. It's hard. It's really hard. I think the Pies are going to start heating up a little bit. They're going to start to cook. And therefore, I'm going to be tipping the Collingwood Football Club by... there's a world where this is a 1-goal game. 1-goal difference game, and there's a world where Collingwood blow them out. I think their midfield is so informed that I don't see a world where Port Adelaide lose by a lot. So we're going to go with a 12-point margin to Collingwood. I think overall they will just get the job done. Next up, we've got game of the round, I think. Could go... Oh, actually, no, there's one more game of the round. Carlton are taking on GWS. Nope. Carlton have already lost a game. What am I talking about? This is going to be an interesting matchup because the Giants haven't lost a game yet, but it is being played at Marvel, which isn't, technically Carlton's home game, but it's not their preferred stadium of choice. Top 4 clash. I mean, Carlton are in 6th place, which is surprising. Percentage difference, that's it. This is going to be an exciting matchup. I do have a feeling that Carlton will win. Once again, that's the 4th home team in a row I've tipped. Carlton, I think, will respond. And I think the Giants have been getting lucky. I think they're due a loss. Carlton were due a loss and they got that loss last week. The Giants are due a loss and I think they'll get that this week. And I reckon it's going to be a really good game, but 17-point victors will be the Carlton Football Club. Someone's O has got to go again. Well, I think someone's O will go, The Geelong Cats are taking on the Brisbane Lions at the Gabba in Brisbane, where Geelong traditionally aren't... they're pretty good at the Gabba. Geelong are sitting in 2nd place. Brisbane are sitting in 10th place. I think Brisbane win. Let's be clear that both these teams could be fighting for the top 4. So, in fact, the last 3 games, Collingwood, Port Adelaide fighting for top 4, Carlton, GWS fighting for top 4, Brisbane, Geelong fighting for top 4. The only team that's not there the only 2 teams that aren't there that I think will be fighting for top 4 as well are Sydney and the D's. So this third top 4 fight, Brisbane, Geelong. Geelong have been brilliant. I don't think they're due a loss, but I just think Brisbane at home, they're getting their groove back. They've got their game style back. They've got speed back. They've got They're not so kick mark. They're now taking more risks, and subsequently they're playing a better brand of football. And I think that brand of football will comfortably get over Geelong. I think their defence can hold up Cameron and Hawkins. And I think the Brisbane midfield is on fire right now. I think this will be a clean and simple victory. 40 points. Not a blowout, but definitely a very comfortable victory where Brisbane will flex their muscles against Geelong. Geelong have been great, but I don't think they're going to keep the Swarm up. Game of the round, in my opinion. Now, we've had 3 stunning games. In fact, every game so far could go either way, as can this game. We have the Perth Derby, the Demolition Derby. The West Coast Eagles at Optus Stadium, technically a home ground advantage. Well, they'll have the home fans, sorry. They're taking on Fremantle. Now, Fremantle coming off 2 agonising losses in Adelaide, which has put them in 7th place. The West Coast Eagles are coming off one of the few victories in the last 2 years against the Richmond Tigers, my team, fucking hell. I'm going to tip West Coast. This is my upset of the round. I like to do an upset tip of the round. These last 3 games, I think you could go to upset and I wouldn't be mad at you. Fremantle are obviously the better team, but I think West Coast, there's something about them. Elliot Yeo's back into form. Harley Reid's cooking. And I think they're going to get the job done. I think they will. I can't believe I'm saying that. They're going to win by 2 points. Blind faith. You know what? Fuck it. Who gives a fuck? Let's go with West Coast. That's 6 home wins in a row. This 7th game, Sydney taking on the Gold Coast Football Club, at the SCG. Gold Coast have had victories at the SCG against Sydney before. Gold Coast, I think, are in better form. And I do see a world where they win. And I was so close to tipping Gold Coast, but the reason I'm not going to tip them is Sydney are coming off the bye. I think they'll be well rested, and I think they'll win that game. I think they'll win that game relatively comfortably. 32 points, let's go for. And that will take them probably to top 4, you would think. And then the Gold Coast will probably drop out the 8. But that'll be a really close game as well. But I just think maybe after a couple quarters, Sydney will overrun them because they'll be more fresh, stuff like that. Final game, we've got the North Melbourne Football Club taking on the Hawthorn Football Club at Marvel Stadium. This is hilarious. This is the battle of the shit. The battle of the worst teams in history. Who is going to stay winless and who's going to get their first win? Hawthorn, I think, are in worse form. I think that loss against Gold Coast last week was deplorable. North Melbourne, yes, they got fucked up by Geelong last week, but it's such a hard one. Who's going to win? I feel like Hawthorn are the better team, so I'm going to go with an upset again. I'm going to go with North Melbourne winning. I can't believe I'm saying that because I've backed Hawthorn in so much in the pre-season, the off-season, but North Melbourne, I think they'll get their first victory. At home, why not? 20 points. No. 7 points. Closer. But that could go either way, and I'm sure the quality of football will not be good. Now, Richmond and Melbourne do have a bye, so they are all the games. Let me know what your tips are for this round. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow the TikTok FTFooty, and I'll be seeing you in another video.